Okay. We are back. This is Paul with Freight Connect, and we are on day 9. Day 9 is what is that? I took 2 days off, so actual workout. So that's 7 days that I've actually worked out. So we are day 9. I did go in the evening. Didn't get the rest like I said I was going to do last night, so I need to work on that. And tonight is going to happen because I did everything that I needed to do last night and then today. So I have a break, so I'm able to put everything aside. And as long as I get up and move myself away from this desk, then I'm good. I will work to do that as soon as I get done here. But I was just thinking about that 7 days. So that's I had a program that it was started out 6 weeks once some years back, and I put it on an Excel sheet and I just followed it. Back in the day, I was really an avid gym guy, and so the program that I was on, it wasn't hard for me to do it because the program actually was a lot less than what I was doing before. So I was doing more when I was working out then, and then I switched it up, found a program that required me to do less. So it was easy for me to do. It was pretty intense though, within the 45 minutes that I was working out, but I was on it. I mean, 6 weeks, I couldn't wait for 6 weeks to be done only because I had been it was easy, for me. I enjoyed it. I had time to do other things. I ate more, I ate healthier. And so it was really a nice journey. Um, and so I'm trying to get back to that. So I had 7 days. So I think I probably need to write it down. I think that's what I need. Maybe create me an Excel sheet, and then I go in there and then I tick those days off, and I can see the progression, the week, going to week 2, going to week 3, going to week 4, get my 30 days in. And but we're on 7, so that's good. We've done 7 days. That means we have 23 days to go. So I'm excited for that. And wow, saying that out loud sounds so long. But 23 days, but we've done 7. No, actually, so we're at 9. So we've got 21, right? Because we do count those rest days. They are part of the workout. But at any rate, so I went out tonight, and man, I was like, it was cold. It was 36 degrees out. I layered up, didn't put on the gloves, didn't plan on touching the ground, but I should have worn the gloves anyway. Um, so I did a little bit of stretching, and then decided, okay, we're gonna do this run. So there is a pathway you can run. I guess in the subdivision you can run around. I don't know how long it is, but I know at one point that was something that I could do, right? And I mean that, without stopping. And I had a pathway. I mean, I would always go to the flat, and then I would go the hill up, and then I would come the hill down, and then I'm done with that run. But this time I decided to take the hill first, go in the opposite direction. I wanted to switch it up, give the body, shock the body and the mind, and just decided at the last minute, I'm going the other way. I'm going to tackle this hill right off the bat. And so that's what I did. And in tackling the hill, man, I tell you what, the other hill on the other side, it's steeper and it's longer. It might be just longer, but it'll slow you down. I mean, if you're in a semi and you're going up that hill, it's going to slow you down. But at any rate, I went up the hill first, and I was like, okay, I wasn't even thinking about it. I just knew I was going to do the hill. And as I was running the hill, I was like, am I going to make it? Am I going to actually walk? It felt like I allowed that in my brain, and it became an option, which sucks. I could have easily tossed it out, but I didn't. But I will say, my heart did feel like it was going to explode. So that I probably couldn't have avoided that thought. But as I was going up, and I know when that happens, when I feel like that, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I know that I am reaching a level where, okay, I ran this hill, I ran to this point. My heart felt like it was going to explode, But then the next time I'm comparing it to the previous run. So if I can get further along where my heart feels that way later in the run, then I'm progressing, right? So that was just a benchmark, but I did get to a point where I had to walk. So I walked about a minute, and then I finished the hill, and I started going down the hill, and then I think I walked a little bit, and then I got down. I kept running. It was on the flat, and then ended up walking a little bit more. But again, I do like the run stop, but I feel like the accomplishment is me running all the way around, right? One time at least. But on the run, there's so many things that you can think about. And when I exercise, certain things that I do when I sleep, I think clear, or I have tons of thoughts, different things come to mind. And I can't remember all the things. That's probably a bad thing. I can't remember all the things that I had thought on the run, but there were some good things that came up. And, one of them is, challenges. We're always going to run into challenges. And whether they are in our exercise routine, or if it's just things that we did not expect that came up. And that is opportunity for growth, right? So as I was going up the hill, I was thinking, man, I'm here. I'm on the hill, and I've shown up. I remember someone told me at the gym, they said, showing up is like 90% of the workout, whatever that is. But it makes so much sense. If you show up and you show up consistently, that's a big part of the battle, right? And then, whether you put that workout routine in, or, you do whatever that job is that you have to do, you do it. But showing up is huge. So I showed up on the hill. The challenge was to get to the top, to get there without stopping. That did not happen, but that was not a defeat. It's like, I'm running a route. I'm working it. I'll figure it out, this route. I'll figure out how to conquer this hill. I mean, my toes went numb on this run. They're just now thawing out, honestly. But going up this hill, I would say it's like trucking, in the sense of, if you have a route, you want to master that route, is what I would think. This is what I'm hearing. And I say this because I've never owned a trucking company, right? But you want to master that route, or you want to make sure you, if you're talking about growing, right? And if there is something a lane that you like, an area that you like, learn that lane, learn that area, learn it, so that you have something to offer beyond just the drive. And you know what? That can be good enough, but again, when we're talking about growth, when we're talking about growing, you want to learn that hill, or you want to learn that route, you want to learn that lane, you want to take time, whatever it is, I don't know, a year or two. That's what I hear. I hear people in insurance say it. I hear people, carriers, say it. You want to take time. Don't be so anxious to grow. I can get out here and I want to grow. I want to slim up. I want to get in shape, and I want to do, feel better, but it's going to take time, right? And so you want to grow in a healthy way. So that's the same with your trucking company. Now, again, this is me talking to a lot of people and hearing the same thing. So I don't want you to think that I'm acting like I know everything, because I don't. But this is me taking in what I hear others say in different parts of the business. So when you get into this business, and I guess I'm talking more to younger entries, you want to learn. Always be open to learning. Always be open to asking questions. Always be open to, whatever that is that comes. If you encounter a challenge, if you encounter a hill, if you encounter a whatever, don't just do it on your own, meaning that you have to figure it out on your own. You know, there are other people that can help you get to where you're trying to get to. You know, it's on the other side of that hill. You know, there are people that can help you get there, you know, slow and steady. And, you know, once you do get there, there will be opportunities, you know, because all that is about being prepared. You know, you're preparing for something. Trust me. I mean, if you're in trucking and you stay in it long enough, you're going to see a lot of different things. But as you go along in this industry, there's going to be opportunities that will come up. And you're only going to be able to get those opportunities or be awarded those opportunities because of what you went through. You know, when you had a certain situation, you dealt with it. It challenged you. You know, you didn't cut corners. You figured it out. You know, so when I'm running up the hill, I don't want to take that take exit left. You know, I want to challenge myself. You know, and I'll challenge myself tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And then one day it's not going to be a big deal, you know, because that run, that honestly should just be my like warm up, really, and it will be, you know, one day. So yeah, so get out there and you know, do your thing and welcome the challenges and learn from them and grow. Okay. There was something else I was going to mention. I don't remember what it is, but I think that that's it for tonight. I am going to rest. So, man, we are good. Work is pretty good. I finished up on something I really, really needed to finish up on. I'm really excited about it, you know, on a personal level, and hopefully there will be a lot of people that can benefit from it. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can get some feedback from some people tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. Other than that, man, you guys have a great night, and we shall see you tomorrow, day 10. All right. God bless.